Imagine the raw, unfiltered heartache of a jilted lover, that primal scream of regret mixed with venomous jealousy. This wasn't some anonymous hot take on social media. This was the official voice of Angels local media, a veteran news anchor named Henry DiCarlo, publicly lamenting that their golden god, Shohei Ohtani, was stolen by the attractive girl next door.
The phrase echoed across America, but the real story isn't the scandal of the words themselves. It's the unbearable truth they revealed about the Angels' catastrophic, self-inflicted failure, exposing a festering wound of envy and organizational incompetence that runs far deeper than just one star player. Welcome to 603 Snap News, where we dive deep into the emotional core of the sports world. If you've ever felt the sting of a painful breakup or watched a missed opportunity flourish spectacularly in someone else's hands, then you understand the complex, messy drama unfolding in Los Angeles right now. A tragedy played out on the freeway dividing the two halves of the city. The setting was a routine broadcast on KTL, a station historically dedicated to the Angels faithful, making the subsequent eruption of grief even more painful. DiCarlo, switching gears from measured praise to acid-laced cynicism, captured the universal sense of what the Angels had lost. "We had the undeniable best player ever," he spat out, the words dripping with bitterness. A guy who could pitch a shutout and hit a massive home run on the same night. But the Angels gave him away to the attractive girlfriend right next door. That attractive girlfriend, of course, is the Los Angeles Dodgers, geographically adjacent, sharing the same metropolis, but separated by light years when it comes to winning culture, financial power, and sheer institutional ruthlessness. DiCarlo's analogy wasn't just sharp, it was cruel in its precision, distilling years of Angel fan disappointment into a single, agonizing image. The man they loved, now happier than ever, celebrating championships with their richer, more sophisticated neighbor, close enough to see the champagne corks pop. For the Angels, watching Ohtani thrive in Dodger blue is like being handed a daily, personalized certificate of their own inability to make him happy. The emotional connection here is profound. Ohtani didn't just leave a team, he left a failed relationship. But we must resist the simple narrative of a player chasing money. That's the easiest and most frequently deployed counterargument, suggesting that Ohtani simply followed the biggest contract and the flashiest spotlight. That analysis, frankly, is lazy. The Angels' ownership, under Arte Moreno, proved they were willing to spend huge sums on individual stars. Mike Trout and Anthony Rendon alone accounted for a staggering $55 million annually. Yet they systematically neglected the foundational elements required to win. Consider this crushing data point. During Ohtani's 6 years with the Angels, the team never achieved a winning record, despite Ohtani generating an unheard-of average WAR of 6.5 during that span. As renowned baseball analyst Sarah Chen often observed, the Angels were an organization that invested millions in the wallpaper but let the structural foundation rot. They consistently ignored pitching depth, data analytics, and minor league development. Time and again, Ohtani would strike out 10 batters or hit a towering home run, only for the bullpen, a historically thin unit, to immediately surrender the lead. This painful, cyclical failure generated a deep, gnawing desperation within Ohtani. His quest for October baseball wasn't about ego. It was the pure, righteous craving of an elite professional athlete demanding to compete at the highest level. This brings us to the true allure of the Dodgers, the attractive girlfriend. They didn't just offer Ohtani a massive contract. They offered him a guaranteed winning future, backed by a machine built for sustained excellence. They had the organizational competency, the deep bench, the state-of-the-art player development system, and most importantly, a deeply ingrained championship mentality that permeates every level, from the front office to the clubhouse. They didn't just tolerate his two-way ability, as the Angels did in their initial hands-off approach. The Dodgers integrated into a cohesive winning strategy. The ultimate plot twist is this. The Angels' supposed gift of allowing Ohtani freedom to be a two-way player was in fact a symptom of their organizational chaos. The Dodgers, by contrast, offered structure, competence, and a culture where winning is the only metric that matters. When DeCarlo lamented being stolen from, the phrase masked a far more difficult confession: we failed to satisfy him. It wasn't about attraction, it was about compatibility.
The Dodgers were the partner who respected his dreams and possessed the means to fulfill them. The evidence is stark. Statistically, Ohtani's transition saw him move instantly from a club that hadn't won a playoff game in a decade to a perennial contender, instantly making the ultimate prize a reality. In the brutal landscape of professional sports, that reality is everything. The post-Ohtani reality for the Angels is the definition of poetic, painful justice.
They are drifting, their stars aging or injured, their path forward obscured, while Ohtani's presence has fundamentally reshaped the Los Angeles sports market. Every billboard, every endorsement, every sold-out seat at Dodger Stadium is a reminder of the enormous assets, not just the player, but the cultural relevance, the business opportunities, and the sheer fan passion that the attractive girlfriend successfully captured.
This story is more than just baseball. It is a dramatic lesson in leadership. The fish that got away didn't swim back to the ocean. It was transferred to the neighbor's exquisitely maintained, luxurious aquarium, where it now swims brighter than ever. Many fans now look back on the Angels era not with sadness, but with a strange, twisted gratitude. As one social media commentator put it, the darkness of the Angels' years only serves to illuminate the dazzling light of his success with the Dodgers. They were the perfect tragic foil. The Angels provided the necessary crucible, the stage for Ohtani to prove his resilience. The jealousy of the local caster, while humiliating, is perhaps the ultimate testament to Ohtani's superhuman impact. It is the sound of a once proud organization confronting the harsh, undeniable truth of its own incompetence. Did the Angels deserve to keep the greatest player in baseball history, or was the sheer magnitude of Shohei Ohtani always destined for a champion like the Dodgers? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you felt the passion and the drama in this breakdown, please hit that like button. Share this video with fellow baseball fanatics and subscribe to 603 Snap News for more deep dives into the stories behind the headlines. What, in your opinion, was the single biggest mistake the Angels made that guaranteed Ohtani's departure to the attractive girlfriend across the city?